entering data and formulas. There are two ways of entering our date and time. You can enter it by hand manually, or we can add a formula to the A5 through B5 cell. Let's click on the A5 cell and type in the following formula without the quotation marks: equal, now, left, right parentheses. Press enter and it will update to the current date and time. The picture at the top right shows the current date and time after I press the enter button once I finish typing in the formula. The time was 11:51 p.m. Now in the bottom right picture, I clicked on the C4 cell and typed in invoice NO for number and press enter. You can see how the time updated in the A5 through B5 cell to 11:53 p.m. automatically. With the new formula, every time you create a change in the cell, it will update the date and time to what it is at that moment. If you don't need that function, you can just type in the date and time manually. Next up, we will add borders to the cells. To do this, click on the A4 cell and drag your cursor to the C5 cell. Now we will need to go to the font subsection under the Home tab and select the border icon, highlighted by the oval. We will click the right arrow by the box and select all borders by left clicking on it. Next, we will left click on the A4 cell and drag it to the C4 cell. We will look for the Styles subsection under the Home tab and click the furthest down arrow button that is highlighted with an oval. We will get a pop-up menu that will look like the bottom right picture. I chose the 20% accent 1 option, but feel free to select whichever one you like. Now let's spend some time a bit on formatting our cells again by centering and merging them. The picture to the right shows what we will need it to look like. If you feel comfortable, feel free to get started. Highlight the E3 through H3 cells, merge and center, align right. Enter the street address. Highlight the E4 through H4 cells, merge and center, align right, then enter the city, state, and zip code. Highlight the E5 through H5 cells, merge and center, align right, then enter the phone number. Next, we will be merging the A7 through H7 cells. We will type in bill 2 in this cell and center align it. Now, it's time for my data entry. Don't worry if it doesn't fit in the A cell. In the A8 cell, type in name. In A9, type in company name. A10, type in street address. A11, type in city, state, zip. A12, type in phone. A13, type in email address. Now we will go back to the name and merge A8 through B8. We will do this for each cell all the way to A13. Once all cells are merged, go to the A8, left click and drag it down to A13 to highlight the cells and click the left align button. Now we will go down the list and merge starting with the C8 through H8 cells, and we will continue this with each line finishing at C13 through H13 cell, so we have plenty of room to fill in information for each section. Now we will want to highlight the A7 through H13 cells so we can add a border to this section. Personally, I started with H13 and dragged my mouse up to A7 because it was easier to highlight things. Once we have the cells highlighted, we will go back to the border menu and click on all borders. This will help make the borders have more bold lines and makes it stand out better. Next, we will be adding the styles to our cells again. Let's start with the A7 Bill 2 cell by clicking on it. We will go back to the Styles subsection, click on the bottom arrow highlighted by the oval, and add the accent you want to it. Do the same thing for the A8 through A13 cells after you finish with A7. Now we will be adding a new section of information. At A16, type in SL number. Merge cells B16 through E16 and type in product description. At F16, type in price. At G16, type in quantity. At H16, type in amount. Finally, highlight cells A16 through H16 and add a style to those cells. So now we get to merge even more cells together. Please take a few moments to begin merging the cells B17 through E17. From here, let's go down line by line. And our final cell we will merge for now is B30 through E30. Finally, let's add another all border to this section. Start at A16, let's hold down the left mouse button and drag it down to H30. We will go back to the Style subsection and click on all borders again. So this is what the bottom section of the document will look like. I'll go over some quick notes to help out with formatting, but let's add the data to the right to our Excel sheets. You will want to merge cells E31 through F31. Type in total amount. Next, merge E32 through F32, then type in final amount. Now we will merge G31 through H31 and G32 through H32. Highlight cells A31 through H32, click on Middle Align and Center under the Alignment subsection. Now add an accent under the Style subsection. Finally, add an all border to these cells. Merge cells A34 through B34, C34 through E34, and G34 through H34. Repeat for the 35th row. Highlight A34 down to H35 and add an all border to the cells. Now add an accent as shown in the picture. Next, let's merge the A40 through F40 cells and A41 through F41 cells. In A40 through F40, type in, "If you have any questions about this invoice, please contact us at," or whatever you would like. In A41 through F41, replace name, phone number, email address with the correct information. Merge G41 through H41 and type in signature and seal. Finally, highlight the G40 through H40 cell and in the border option select thick bottom border to add a sign line. We will complete our Microsoft Excel invoice lesson in our final video, part 3. Coming up next.